Hey guys, and welcome to Space Engineers. Now, I'm really shocked at myself here because when I talk about gaming on PC and people say, oh, what games you're into? And I'm like, well, my most played game is Space Engineers. I've realised that I've been YouTubing now for, I think we're coming towards 2 months. I haven't done a video on the game that brought me to PC and changed the way I look at PC gaming. This game blew my mind. It showed me a world that I didn't think would ever be possible. So with that in mind, I want to show you a little bit about what I like about the game. I'm going to show you some of the things I've built in the game, and we're going to look at the game as a new starter. So what I'm going to do first, we're going to load into one of my personal saves, but before I say this, I have a server on this game. I've run this server for a little over a year now. It is constantly active, it is open, it is free to join. If anyone wants to come and have a join, let me know in the messages below and I will send you the link or the IP address for my server. You can come in, join in, have fun. It is there for your use. So let's have a look at a new game. We'll spawn in, we'll drop to the planet, and we'll see what the game's about, and then I'll show you some of the things that you can build from that point. So we'll go new game. I will look at the campaign in another video, but we're going to go custom game for just because I want to show you what there is. So we can start on an alien planet, we can start on Earth, we can start easy start Earth. Why have we got 2 easy start Earths? There must be something I've missed. I haven't been on for a while. So we start on the moon, we can start in space, we can start with just a star system and nothing else. But we're going to go... okay, right, yeah, we're going to go into a star system. And the reason why I'm going to do this is so you can see what would happen if you wanted to play this as a full-blown, thorough survival game. Now, I cannot stress to you guys, this game blew me away, completely and utterly blew me away the first time I played it. It became my my most played game on Steam, and it is to this date my most played game on Steam. It was the first game I got close to 1,000 hours on. It is amazing. I really do enjoy it. It takes a minute to get used to the game, yes, but it is brilliant. So when you start into a new game, you will get the idea of what you want to land. Do you want to go onto a Mars planet lander, an alien lander, just a respawn ship? But I'm going to go into a planet lander, a basic planet lander, because I want to show you what happens when we land down on Earth for the first time, what we're looking at, what's going to happen, and what happens as you basically start your survival game. So, as you can see, I might be a bit rusty with the keys, so give me a moment. We have spawned in... just a little atmospheric lander. The Earth is below us. I didn't want to land on the non-sun side because it's going to be quite dark for us, but we can deal with this. We can deal with it. I could use some admin commands and move it on, but we're not going to. I want to show you the game as it would be if you were landing in. Sometimes you land on the sun side. Sometimes you land on the other side. Not a problem. Now, the one thing I'm going to do before we carry on, I do need to move my camera up to the top left-hand corner because it is going to get rather annoying for you guys. So let's move the camera up here. Let's close down at the admin panel, and basically what you really want to be doing is when you start looking at landing right there, that there is water or ice, and ice is going to give us what we need to produce to get us off the planet. We're going to need hydrogen, we're going to need a fuel source, and this game is very detailed to the point where you will need certain things to survive, you will need certain things to get off the planet. If you want to visit other planets, you're going to need a lot of resources to get you there. You're going to need oxygen, for instance, otherwise you're going to explode in space and turn into a million pieces. So I want to try and land fairly close to that water source, but as you look up there, every single part of that sky we could go and explore. At certain times of the day you can see the moon, you can see right, there's the moon. We can go to the moon. I might even do an episode where we head for the moon. We will see. Turn dampeners on. Right, we're going to crash, which is not the best start to a new stream, but if we do crash, we're not going to complain. I'm not that fussed. As you can see here in the bottom left hand corner, it says nickel. The idea to this game is exploration, building, survival, and creativity. That is one of the biggest parts of this game. It's creativity. What you want to build, you can build, and I will show you that because I have built a lot of things in this game. I might even open up the dev panel in this save and bring in some of my own creations that I've spent many hours creating. So let's bring it down slowly. As you can see on the right, we can turn things on. We can turn our power on and off. We can turn on our beacons, cut the engine. We can take off our helmet. We've got a little jetpack to get around while we're in space. Jetpack can be used on Earth, but it's very unadvisable. You can use it for building needs, but you use up your resources very quickly on that. So I'm going to land pretty much on the ice. Hopefully we can get ourselves landed. Now this is the boxiest of boxes, so please don't look at this as being the greatest build that the game has to offer, because it is far from it. So as you can see, we're quite far out, but if I jump here, it'll actually tell us we are 50 meters from the ground. So if we bring this in nice and slowly, hopefully land without causing ourselves any damage. Right, is that us down? That is us down. Our legs have locked in a bit of a weird way. How do we turn that off again? So press help for impro. You can hide these in the game options. Okay, but anyway, so P unlocks our legs. I want to try and get a bit of a smoother landing because I do plan on using this as a little base for now. So let's unlock those legs again. Let's get us a better lockdown. Right, I'm happy with that lockdown. So now if we press F, we're going to need to... I'll show you around the ship. This is basically a basic planet... Basically, this is a basic planet lander. You've got some batteries on here for power. You have... What do we else? We've got a nuclear reactor, which inside we will have a little bit of uranium. We've got conveyors, air vents, oxygen tanks. You can make some really cool stuff with these LED screens. You can bring up so much information on those. We've got a reactor. We've got a medical pod, medical room. These are different suits that I've unlocked as I've been playing. What else have we got? We've got storage containers, assemblers. These are in our storage containers. And now we step out. Let's turn on our light and step out into the big wide world. Check those doors. We've got a little ramp down. So basically now what we would do is, or what I would do is, I would actually completely strip down that ship to bare nothingness, and I'd build myself a little planetary vehicle to work our way around. And the way we would do this, I'm not going to do it now, I just want to show you the game today. You would just basically grind down pieces that you don't really need. Like, for instance, I know I don't really need this timer block because it's not any use to me, so we'll grind that down. The items go into our inventory, and from there we can... let me remember... how do we open our panel again? Right, so we can make any of these items with these parts, which is awesome. If we press 4, we can... Let's run outside. If we had... No. Let me get some resources first. Right, so in here, we get some steel plate. If you want to... If you think, right, I'm not going to go anywhere, I'm going to build here, we can drill into the ice and get ourselves some resources. We can build ourselves a little base. You can build some amazing things, and then once you've got your little skeleton figure of your layout, you can weld it all up. And obviously the welding takes a little bit of time, but this is what makes this game so realistic. And you've got different stages of welding, so you've got your skeleton, you've got your little half build, and then you've got your full piece of base plate. You've got this will show you, we've got slopes, singles, doubles, corners, edges. There is so much you can build with on this game, which makes it so good. So now I've got to remember how to open... no, that is not what I'm looking for. I'll tell you what I will do. We will go into one of my other worlds. Can we do it here? Shift B, is it? Oh, B. No. Shift F10. Ha, right. These are my builds and things that I build, and these ones here are Steam Workshop items. I'm not going to show you those because I don't want to show you other people's work without their permission. So, this is the Antherian carrier. It is one of mine. And I'm just going to get my little girl some juice. Oh, in a moment. There you go. Right, so that is the Anthurian carrier. Now I've just got to remember how to open up the dev console. I'm sure Will, if you are watching now, are going to be going, oh, you press this and this. But I've forgotten, Will. It has been a while. I do apologise. Right, there we go. So we're going to enable creative mode tools, and now I'm going to bring in one of my own creations. If I can remember how to open that up again. Is it Shift B? Ah! I forgot how to open it up. I've just done it. Yeah, okay. Right, okay, so, it's F10. Ah, there you go, right, F10. So we're going to bring in the Anthurian carrier. I may bring in one of my smaller ships, one of my grid ships. Right, so, let's bring this one in. And you can't do this normally. Normally you have to build everything, but this is just, I want to show you something that I've built, something I've put time into. This is something I've put many hours into. This is the Anthurian carrier, a ship that I built not too long ago. It was meant for planetary flying and to leave the atmosphere, and it will leave the atmosphere. Wolves, they can kill you, so it can leave the atmosphere. This is a fully functioning ship, and it will work thoroughly. It has its lovely cockpit here. We have a full ship build. We've got hydrogen tanks, we've got gyroscopes. I don't know if this has got any power. If it has, I will take off and I'll show you what it's like. Beacon, we've got spare seats for our passengers, so let's jump in. Let's see if it's got any power. Take off our brakes. Okay, we don't have a lot of power, but we have enough. P. Okay, we don't have enough to take off. I need to turn on our hydrogen tanks, so let's search hydrogen. So there are our hydrogens. And off we go. I'm going to crash this. I guarantee that I'm going to crash this because it's been so long. But this is the Anthurian carrier. It was designed to go in and out of the atmosphere, and it will go in and out of the atmosphere. I will put it on my workshop. I dare you to challenge me to tell me it won't. So I've done many failed attempts. This doesn't have enough hydrogen, but I want to show you what happens if all cuts out. There you go. So we've got our dampeners off. We've got a very heavy ship. The gravity is going to pull us in. We are going to crash into the ground and probably die. It doesn't matter because I'm not going to lose my ship. So I'm going to show you this guy. This video is all about showing you space engineers. I think the best way to show you is to show you a few little bits and bobs. So the Anthurian carrier has lost its power. We're crashing into Earth, and boom. That is what happens when you crash into Earth. I don't know whether we managed to survive that. We did. Wow. That is amazing. We survived. So, because we're injured, let's turn off our jetpack. And this is all that's left of our ship. So you can spend days, weeks, months building a ship and then get left with this pile of rubble. But this is why I like the game, because it challenges you every day. Now I'm hoping I've got one of my bigger ships. No, I don't want to show that one off. So I want to be very careful about what I show off, because I've got some things that I've started and I haven't finished. But I can give you ideas from. I don't want to bring in another person's ship. Okay, right. The ship I'm about to show you is called the Hydrolite, and it is one of my favourite ships on the Steam Workshop. I will put a link to the person's workshop in the channel because I want you to see just how great this game can go. I haven't got many of my own designs on here right now, so that is not what I chose. Hydrolite. Okay, so now it's loading the Hydrolite. This was built by a guy. I'll find out his name and I will put him in my description. This ship is just epic is not the word to describe this ship. Look at that. That shows you with enough time you can build an absolute menace. So let's have a quick look around the no, it's this one. So you can create buttons. Look at that, guys. This is all built by one guy, and it's just amazing. I mean, look, you've got a hangar here. You've got I cannot get over how great this ship is. Look at this cockpit. I mean, the time the guy must have put into all this. And every piece is welded up. Every piece is... I mean, if I just grab a grinder, let's show you that. Right, let's remove this cargo container. We can remove all this. That's the walkway underneath to get into the hold. At the back here, he's got more. We can run down into, I believe, the medical room. Oh, right, okay. So this is cryo chambers at the end here. And all of this would have been welded up at some point. So basically as a review video, what I'm saying to you guys is, if you want an open world exploration game where you can build a ship and fly into space, this is the one you want. And I'm going to do a small series on this where I will spawn in one of the little planetary landers, and I'm going to build a ship from scratch from the Earth, and we're going to fly into space and land on the moon, and hopefully encounter some of the alien creatures, which there are alien creatures. But how do you get resources? I'll give you a quick look. So if we crouch down, we can drill into the earth. We can pick up these rocks. Look, I don't think we're going to find any resources, but basically if you dig in far enough, you can find metal, nickel, copper, cobalt. In the ice, you can get ice which you turn into hydrogen, oxygen, and then you have to refine ore and build your ship. So that is it for today. I just wanted to show you the game that means so much to me, is the reason why I joined PC, and is the reason why I started gaming on Steam as a platform. That is the Hydrolite. Again, it is not mine. It is a creation by someone else on the workshop. The link is below. I hope you guys really want to see me on this game, so leave me a comment if you like the look of the game and you haven't seen me play the game or haven't play the game yourself. Let me know. I'll do a let's play. We'll see how things go. I think even if I don't get the likes and comments, I will do a let's play on this, because it is an amazing game that means so much to me. So thank you very much for tuning in, guys. I'm sorry there wasn't really a lot of structure to the video, but I wanted to just show the game off a little bit, from beginning to end, from landing on a planetary lander, what you can build if you work hard and gain the resources and refine it and turn it into parts, and then obviously using the Hydrolite to show you basically how great you can build. And obviously my Anthurian carrier, which was designed more like a fighter jet that can go in and out. So thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. Let me know if you like the look of the game, if you haven't seen it. If you've already seen it but you'd still like me to do it, leave a comment, leave a like, let me know what you guys want. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate your time and everything that you do. So like, subscribe, hit the notification, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks, guys. Oh, unknown signal.